humbles you, and it makes you really truly want to question things and to challenge yourself and to be like, okay, I want more. I want more before it's my time to go.
Welcome to the Humbled Nomad podcast, where we aim to challenge, encourage, and to support one another to break free of our self-doubts in search for finding our true selves. In our first episode, I'll tell you what to expect from this channel moving forward and how we can all overcome our insecurities by taking action to start the transformation process needed to live a life of authenticity. Hey everyone, welcome to the Humbled Nomad podcast. I am your host, Mike, and I want to thank each and every single one of you so much for just checking out this podcast. I really appreciate it, and I think you're going to get a lot of insight with this. So since this is the first episode, I want to give you a quick rundown of what to expect from this channel. Basically, the Humbled Nomad podcast to me is a movement. It's about freeing your soul, your spirit from everything that life has kind of thrown at you and suppressed how you truly want to live. Every single one of us has a different outlook on life, and I just feel that, especially lately, so many people don't even know how to live the life they want. I want people to not just live their life, but to celebrate their life. And it just seems like lately, so many people, including myself, just don't even know where to start. So I want this to be an experiment. I am not this guru guy who knows everything. As a matter of fact, I know very little, but I am taking the steps to achieve fulfillment. That's basically what it is. It's just trying to learn how to live a life of abundance and fulfillment. It's about challenging yourself. It's about helping others, supporting others through their journey as well. Each and every single one of us has a different path that we need to take. But just knowing that there's other people out there rooting us on, I think it's such a powerful thing, and it just keeps you just staying on that road. So this channel, a lot of it is going to be about journalizing my own transformation progress. I have to tell you, I'm at a point in my life where I'm not satisfied at all. It's not to say that I'm just this depressed guy who just can't stand life. I just can't wait till it's over. It's not that. It's just that I can't seem to find that spark. I think I had it when I was younger, but lately, the past few years, I can't even give you a real specific time that I saw that spark of life leave me. It just kind of happened over time. I think a lot of people can resonate with that. So it's going to be really interesting of an experiment. So as I basically journalize what I'm going to do, I am going to make sure that I am as completely honest with you as possible. I want to record my follies, the good and bad decisions that I make along the way. Even the small triumphs that just kind of keep you being like, yes, I'm doing the right thing. All of that I want to log for you, and I want your feedback. I want to see how you can resonate with my way of trying to find my true self, so that you can also find your true self. That to me is the end all be all, is just to try to help each other live this life worth living instead of just living and breathing. It's not enough. I honestly don't believe it is. So I guess I should basically ask the question, so why do I want to transform my life? I would say the primary reason, getting back to my dog Pug, is that he's getting older now. I'm pretty much saying he has maybe 1-2 years tops left until he's gone. And it frightens the hell out of me. I'm picturing my life as I know it now without him in it. I was like, this is the only social being I truly have that's always there by my side, when he's gone, yeah, my life is just going to be just sterile. And I know I can't live that life. I can't. I know I have to basically end that path in life, the path that I have taken, this single life, and being like, you know what? I need something completely different. I need to do a complete 180 on this. So yeah, my endeavors is, when he does go, I plan on traveling the world. I'm going to, my plan right now, at least, I have pretty strong conviction on this, that yeah, I'm going to go to Thailand. I've done my research. Yeah, it's a much cheaper place to live, and it is so easy to fly into other countries while you're there. It's very, very cheap, especially compared to America. Yeah, I just plan on making YouTube videos, to supplement this podcast. I really want to make these videos show how much I'm progressing, how much I'm changing, and this podcast. I really think that the more I do this, I'm hoping at least that other people will see as like, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, he can do it. I can do it too. I can do this. That's what I want. So that is why I decided to do all this. Because like I said, I just know Pug's not staying here forever. And I need a new way of life. There's no way I can sustain the exact life I have now without him in it. There's just no way. All right. So a few other things before we wrap this up. It's getting kind of long. I wanted to go over some ways that the steps I've already taken to transform my life. Number one is I went part-time. That to me, I felt is something that I needed to just free up time. Number one, the primary reason why I did that, go part-time, is because I wanted to spend more time with Pug, as I know I don't have that much more time. It's very limited now. So yeah, the more time I can spend with him, the more time I can show him that, man, you were truly loved in this life, the better. So yeah, I went part-time. I'm excited about that decision. And I will point this out. And again, I know everyone's situation is different, but if you are ever really afraid to go part-time, or even leave your job entirely and start your own business or something like that, I will say it's extremely overwhelming at first, but once you start getting into it a little more, you'll see it's like, actually, man, I should have done this sooner. Seriously, it's awesome. It's been about a year since I did that part-time thing. So that really did help. That is helping, taking these steps. Another thing I did was I sold my house back in August. I had a nice house, not over the top or anything like that, but I sold it because I knew that I am going to make this transition where I'm going to move overseas later on. I don't want to have baggage, having a house like, for myself, it was just something that I wanted to do. Other people would be like, no, keep the house, fly out, do whatever. But no, like I wanted to completely uproot anything that would kind of anchor me to this world right now. So yeah, so I did that. It was just awesome. Another thing, obviously, on the list, I have to point out that I started the Humbled Nomad podcast. This is another great step. What I think that this podcast is going to do for myself personally, hopefully it does more for other people. But for me, yeah, I wanted to help me get more comfortable talking. I don't consider myself the best conversationalist, but I want to be able to just understand the art of conversation better. So yeah, this is something that's very, very new to me, and I feel very, very vulnerable. Like I said, like I ended up just ditching the very first podcast I tried, the same exact episode. I just ditched it. I was like, no, it's just not right, because it was just, it was getting me overwhelmed. But, I slept on it. I came back today and I feel actually a heck of a lot better about this. I think this is going so much smoother. So what else? Let's see. Oh, I should say like another way that I'm taking steps to transform my life is to listen to other people who have, done this transformation process. And I want to admit, I want to point out that I don't think this transformation process is ever truly done. I don't think that there's this destination, this endpoint, more or less. I think it's just a process of continual improvement, of continual finding fulfillment and purpose, and the continuing search for the celebration of life. That's what I think the transformation is really about. So yeah, I do like listening to other people and how the steps they took, how they're going with it. So I definitely want to say that. Let's see what else. One last thing. I don't want to, like I said before, this is getting a little long. Well, go back to the fact of me humbling myself. I think this is really, it happened naturally lately. Maybe, actually, now that I think about it, I think it was because I see Pug dying. It's actually humbling me to see the sensitivity, to see the beauty of life. When you see things starting to wither away, it humbles you, and it makes you really, truly want to just question things and to challenge yourself and to be like, okay, I want more. I want more before it's my time to go, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. This is getting kind of long. I do invite you to listen to the next podcast episode. It's going to be called The Pebble Effect. This is a really awesome way that I was studying how to very simply change your life. Not to say that it's, it's like, hey, it's a breeze, but it's probably one of the most simplest ways to change your life, as long as you stay dedicated, obviously. There's a quote from the Dalai Lama about the pebble. And, obviously in the next episode, we're going to get in depth of this. But yeah, the quote goes, just as ripples spread out when a single pebble is dropped into water, the actions of individuals have far-reaching effects. So like I said, we'll get more into that later. So yeah, I just wanted to mention, please check out my Instagram and YouTube account. If you could rate and review this, that would be more than awesome. And last but not least, I want to say I want to hear your story. Or if you just have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever it may be, please write into me. I would love to hear your story. If at any point you would ever want me to tell your story, you could write it out, email format, and I could read it out for the rest of us. Or even phone calls. That would be awesome as well. So yeah, if you're interested in doing that, my email address is the Humbled Nomad 81, the number 81, at gmail.com. The Humbled Nomad 81 at gmail.com. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this. I hope I didn't ramble on for too long, but I'm actually feeling good, the fact that I was able to get through this. So anyway, so here's the new beginnings. I thank you. Goodbye for now. And remember that you too have a story to tell. Goodbye.